You know it, boss. I'm here with the Samurai, JT Brackett, as he heads to the Priory Hotel as well, October the 20th, this Saturday night, as he takes on Apollo Sidearm.
Okay, look, I'm not doing that part. Like, I will call him by his government name, Eric Sidnor, but I won't mispronounce it or be rude because that's just.
Oh, that was rude.
Tacky.
Sidnor.
That's tacky. I don't do tacky.
Sidnor.
Like.
So tell me his government name again.
Eric Sidnor, yes.
Eric Sidnor.
I realize that there's a camera here, so I could look at the camera, but I'm talking to you, so it's just, I need to make sure that I'm choosing one or the other.
do your thing, man. Be El Natural, as they
Hi,
say.
everybody. Like, I don't know if there are people out there watching, but if you're watching or have decided to watch this in the future, I'm very happy to meet you. My name is JT Brackett. I'm known as the Samurai, and I like to say hi to y'all, and hopefully in the future you decide to see me other places and remember this interview.
And we get to see you again this Saturday, October 20th, looking to add on to an impressive performance in August in a win over a very game Jordan's Lackey, who we'll see on the card also, by the way, October the 20th. And this fight is a little more special than the other ones on the card, simply because the story, it goes kind of deep. So what is even the origin of all of this besides this will be the 5th time and a rubber match, 2 wins apiece, that you'll get your hands on Apollo Eric Sidor one more time.
Again.
I did it wrong again?
You did it wrong again. His name is Eric Sidnor.
Sidnor.
Yeah, and I'm not doing this thing where I mispronounce his name because I'm going to look him in the face. And I know that he'll look me in the face. We've done this 4 times before. It's not... I want to make it very clear. I'm not sitting here saying that I think that he's some sort of coward or something like that. I'm just mad because the cut that I received on my face in our 4th fight, because he was bobbing his head below my waist and up and down and up and down. It was a clever way to win an amateur boxing match, and you got yourself a knockout on your passbook, but I'm not happy. I'm still not happy, and all I want to do is fight, and that's the best part about being a fighter. Like, I'm not sitting here angry and upset about something forever. I'm getting to actually go and confront the person and have a fight with them in a legal manner. I think that is evolution at its finest.
The best way to solve any problem. Fist.
Well, I mean, no, it's not the best way to solve any problem. I mean, people resort to using their fists when they have no other options. But before that, there are options. The problem is that we're living in a society where all those options go out the window because of corruption and because people are not willing to actually have conversations with each other. Which, I have a feeling over the course of time will come into play a lot more. That's just the reason why a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't like me.
Are we past that point in this situation?
What? With
Eric? Past the point of a conversation?
With Eric? Oh God, no. That's the point. When I ran up on him it was 10th Street and Carson in the South Side. I wanted to know, was he the person that was behind this Facebook profile that was saying demeaning things towards myself and other fighters? One of the fighters that this particular profile attacked is a friend of mine. It's Marcus Williamson. Marcus Lights Out Williamson. He's going to come back. He's going to make himself really, 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 really a great fighter. I know that.
I was really impressed by him against Mana in the little bit that we got to see.
Wait, I'm going to finish this one statement and we can move on to that.
Yes, sir.
All right, but this profile, it was Steph Rollins on Facebook just saying all sorts of rude and mean things towards me, after I had lost. And the first conversation I had was with Brock, where I told him, congratulations on getting that, you were lucky, and I can't wait to kick your ass at some point in the future. The next thing that I did after that was that I just had to sit down and compose myself because I didn't know how I was going to go out in the world. Like, I just got knocked out. It was very, 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 very hard. So I didn't know how I was going to leave my house. I was very depressed. And I did, like, I think it was 1,000 push-ups and ran like 7 miles the day afterwards. But this profile started having a conversation with me and then started saying things on Facebook that my friends and family had become a part of. And because of that, I started going into the profile that had known me for 8 to 10 months. So this is someone that had been around in the ether. You know, haters have a tendency of living in your environment you don't even know. So I investigated the profile, and some of the pictures were of Eric Sitnor. And that's why when I saw him on the bus, I decided to run up on him because I wanted to know, was it him or was someone just stealing his stuff for this benefit of their emotional, like, ridiculousness or their pleasure? I don't care. Like, he's a fighter. I respect that. I respect that. But if he is behind this and whatever, I'm a fighter. I get to have a fight. Yay. That was the point. We were going to have to find someone to fight. Like, there were people coming out here. Like, we're going to have to find someone to fight anyway. Like, if he wants to have a fight with me, he can have a fight with me. If anybody wants to have a fight with me, we can do that. You can hit me up on Twitter at Fight the Samurai. Dead serious. I'm serious. Like, my handle is Fight the Samurai. Let me know.
So, leading up to Saturday night, are you gonna want to close the door on this rivalry, or is this just, in a lack of a better way to put it, is this just punishment being handed down in this fifth fight?
This is a fight.
No,
this is a fight. That's it. This is a fight. This could have happened last week. This could have happened in a gym. I mean, like, this is just another venue, a time and place. I'm glad that we were able to set up a time, set up a place, found people to fund it. But, like, if someone wants to show up to my gym and have a fight with me there, I've done that too. We can have that fight. That's what's going on here. Like, we live in an age where people avoid people until they can make a lot of money. And I'm not okay with that. Like, I wish I had my zero so I could, just run around with it, act all cute and shit. But, like, we can't do that anymore. So I get to be the guy that walks in the room and takes someone's zero and tries to do it every chance I get.
So needless to say, this is just another fight for you. You'll be able to overcome the emotions. You'll be able to overcome the animosity. And it's just another fight.
Well, I did those things before. Like, we're here now. Like, we're here. I don't need to... How do I say this? I don't need to be emotional. I know how to fight. I'm getting what I want. I want y'all to understand, I get what I want, which is probably another reason why people hate me, because I'm always ending up with what I want in the end.
This Saturday night, you get something else that you want. Now, I'm going to let you say his name, and I'm also going to give you the walk-off. Anything you would like to say?
Are you going to ask me any other questions? None of the
okay, we can get okay.
Let's go down that path.
Sure, let's.
Because
if you want to do it, I'm opening the door.
Wait. I want to say thank you for not offering it up in the middle of the interview because it would have made me angry. But you waited, and I was like, for some reason, there's something that was said that I want to go over.
Sure, yes, sir.
It's about the boxing versus MMA thing, and it was
cool.
If we hadn't had that, if you hadn't said that in the last interview, I wouldn't have gone this route. But I need to say something.
All right, so if you want it, I'm going to ask you just as the general boxer versus MMA guy, is it detrimental to either sport for a guy like a Habib Nurmagomedov to come up and fight Floyd Mayweather? Is that detrimental to your sport?
No. Because I'm in a sport where guys walk around with records of, I don't know, let's say 2-20, where I walk around with, guys who have 4 wins and maybe 50 fights. Who am I to say who people are fighting? And who are we to be upset about the fact that these people have decided to say a time and a place in a public venue where people are able to go, have a good time, and enjoy these 2 people fighting instead of it happening out in the street or in back alleys somewhere. They are 2 businessmen who are coming together to make sure that this actually does happen. And it's not detrimental to my sport that these 2 people decide to fight. What's detrimental to my sport is when people decide that they're going to grab chairs and things and break down the sides of buses. That's detrimental to my sport. There we go.
That was a scary situation.
Did you like
overall,
that
to be imagine if you were a Michael Chiesa or a Rose Namajunas. They said that it got to the point where Conor had reached out to Rose personally, and she literally, and I quote, told Conor, said, "Fuck you, talk to my husband." So I think that guy may have throwing that dolly at that bus may not have only been detrimental to a sport, but detrimental to somebody's life. Not could have killed somebody, but they said Rose was in her head really messed up.
It's not that I don't care. It's just that the emotions of these people are valid, and I'm glad that she's probably getting physical and professional help for what's happened. But I don't want to comment about that, especially about the people that were on that bus, because they should have lawsuits.
They do. There's there's lawsuits on.
And once those are finished, then I'll come.
Nice, well said. So you are a lot of people definitely don't know are a veteran of the Priory Hotel as well. A lot of these guys that are going to be on this card on Saturday have been and fought inside the Priory Hotel a bunch of times. For people who haven't been there, man, tell somebody what fighting at the Priory is like, kind of like the feel of it and your experience inside the confines of the Priory Hotel, the Grand Hall at the Priory Hotel.
The venue itself is very large because of the actual Grand Hall itself, where the matches are held. You're able to walk around. You're able to, what ringside feels like. The $100 ticket is worth the $100 that you get at the Priory. But at the same time, everywhere else that you sit in here, if you only happen to get a general admission ticket for $30, you would still be able to see all of the fights, and you would feel like the place is packed full of people every single time. I fought there, I don't remember how many times, but it's always been a fun venue, and the people who work there have been really, really nice to me and to all the boxers that come there. My suggestion is that if I can afford it, on a boxer salary right now, I can't. I would go and actually stay at the Grand Hall, at the Priory Hotel on the other side.
Have you ever stayed there?
Of course not. I'm poor. At no cost to me, I would stay at the Priory Hotel. Let's hope that.
It's really cool, man. I would look for that. Would be a cool little experience. I would like that.
Oh man, I could do that. I could do a real good night of just pampering JT, just pampering the samurai. Yeah, but that happens after I win.
Anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out to? Here's your chance. The floor is yours.
Yes. First, I'd like to shout out my friends Rhino and Dylan. I love y'all. Thanks for putting up with me when I first got back to Pittsburgh on 4/20/2018. Because y'all did that and gave me support and made my life a lot easier than it ever was. I was able to recover from the craziness that happened before. So thanks to you guys. I love you. I will always love you, as you will always know. I want to thank my friend Blake. He moved here from Michigan to become a boxer, and whether or not he wants to admit it, a little bit of that is because he believed in what I said out loud, and I just love the fact that he's able to watch me walking it out. Like, I didn't just talk this big game. I did the things I said. I want y'all to understand I do the things I say I'm going to do. I'm very specific about the words I say, but that's why. I want to thank my mom and dad. I want to thank my family who has actually, let me keep all my things in the house. They love me, and they're trying to figure out how to be human beings too. Some of us are bad at it. Some of us are good at it. But I love all my family on both sides, mom and dad.
So now, as basically we come to the exclamation point at the end of what has been a pretty fun part of this wild day already. I'm with the Samurai JT Brackett. He'll now, not in an unprofessional manner. You're gonna tell me one more time.
Sure.
Cider.
Signal.
Sidnor. Okay, this is the one I'm gonna have to get for Saturday. So good thing it's only Wednesday, dude. Good thing it's only Wednesday. So you'll have another fight at the Priory Hotel this Saturday, October the 20th, as part of Fall Fisticuffs with Integrity Fighter Management. And if you have one last walk-off, what would you have to say? If this were the press conference per se, quote, air quotes, the press conference, and you had the one last statement to make, just to make the statement of statements,